Okay, time to work on my race bike. It's now, what is it, 2:30 over there? 2:30 a.m. So there you go. Time to work on my shoe. I just got done doing up this lower end for customers, so time to get some work done for me. So these are the heads I fixed yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Can't remember. Anyway, the holes look still got Loctite sitting in there. I haven't had time to put JB well on yet, but at some point I'll do that. So they look good, but to get these ready to go, I got to do a lot of work on these heads. So I had a set of heads that were sitting right up here on the shelf, laying around. I was thinking about using those shovelheads right there, but they're big bore, so I can't use them. They're pieces of junk other than that. So anyway, I got some exhaust pipes out here. Through the secret sesame door. Alright, so we got to see if we can make an exhaust system fit on the bike. It takes about just as much work to do as any head I use. It's the exhaust system is going to be the time killer. It's Thursday morning at 2, so I got 2 days to work. Because I have to go racing Saturday. Got to be up there by 8. So if I work straight through 2 days, I got 2 full days. There you go. Alright, so this is the shovelhead top end that came off of it. We have an external oil feed line set up already. These are a set of heads off of 65 I did probably 10 years ago. They got traded out for some STD heads and made a 98-inch motor out of it. These should still be standard bore. Anyway, I just grabbed the what did I do? I lost the tripod. Damn it. We need a tripod. I see it down here. Yep, slow as hell. There we go. Who says I'm half asleep? We're just getting warmed up. Alright, so I gotta make exhaust fit. These are shovel pipes I butchered before. These are off the 49, I think. These are with that laying around. Anyway, those are the heads. I'm gonna see if they're gonna fit. So what I'm gonna do a quick mock up here. Kind of get an idea where I'm at on fitment. Yeah, just seeing what we can see with it. Like I said, if I can make the exhaust system work relatively quickly, I can get the rest of this done in 2 days. Including rebuilding a fork. Fred might even come by help, he said. We'll see. Alright, so first thing I do is put his top end together real quick. So where's my pan cylinders? So these are cylinders I was going to use, but they're I don't have pistons for this size. Let's see, this is a rear front. This is a front cylinder. These are not the right size bore, so they slip on pretty quickly. I think these are 20 over bore, and these are probably 60. But they are panhead, not shovel, I suppose. Come on, don't break the rings. Gotta reuse those. So what I like about these are they are original. Kind of want original parts. Okay, I gotta hold that together with something. Cylinder base nuts would work if I knew where they were at. Yeah, what'd I do with them? I took them off. Let's see, if you were a cylinder base nut, where would you be? In the box. Oh no, they're not in the box. Why would they be in there? These are new boxes. This is other bike. There's 2 other bikes. That's the 59. Found a tranny. Tranny's out of the 49. Chrome plated. We're not going to use that on a 49, but it'll be fine on this bike. The light went off again. Alright, let's see. What did I do with my hardware? Hey, tripod hooked. Let's see. I cleaned this stuff up over here. Maybe it's over here. Base nuts. Great. Lifters, lifter blocks, cam cover. I did some cleaning. All right, back over here. base nuts. See, if I kept the parts near the bike, I wouldn't have lost them, right? With my box. There, now they're in the box where they belong. Okay, to lock up, you only need 2 nuts. You need 1 nut on each side, 180 across from each other. Not this way, but X. Okay, that's too hard to get to, so we're going to do this one right here. It looks so good, we're going to do the same on this side. Now, if anybody's got a usable 30 over panhead front cylinder, let me know. I need one. Fins are optional. That means we don't care if they're broken. Preferably something that's 20 over, and I'll clean it out to 30. That's what I need. If I do this, I'm going to take that reproduction front cylinder and use it. I don't really want to put repop parts on my panhead. I'd much rather blow up genuine parts than blow up repop shit. You can get anywhere cheap. Why would you want to do that? It's fun. Okay, cylinders are on. See how quick that was? Didn't take any time at all. Even got pistons in there, so I can do a piston mock-up. Even though they're the wrong size, they still go up and down. Okay, now we need some heads on there. Oh, here's a head. We need head gaskets? Nah. Probably a pan cover for clearance checking now. There we go. Perfect. It's on there. Didn't take long. Need a couple head bolts. Well, we got those. Still got one. Where's the other one? In the pan. Probably do head gaskets in here, but I don't feel like putting head gaskets in here. I'm going to run really thin head gaskets anyway, so. There's one. There's the other one. Oh, I found another head. And there it is. It fits. Amazing. These are 80-inch head bolts. Shovelhead. Oh, they fit right into the same thing. Different washer. These are shouldered instead of having a washer. Totally interchangeable. And I already got a set. It's even better. Okay, 2 head bolts. Go on the other side. Okay, where did I put the bolt at? Right there. Over here. Okay. Give that much movement. That much movement. Okay, oil line's in the way just like always. That hasn't changed any. Okay, now what we need to know is, can we use this oil line? The answer is yes, but it's butt ugly. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem riding down the road, would it be? Okay, so if we got a couple 90-degree fittings like that, we can probably make it work. I think we have a couple 90-degree fittings. I also think these were bad heads, weren't they? Oh yeah, that's right. Threads are screwed up on this one. So that means we're going to have to JB weld one in together probably to make it work, and hope it works. I'll have to check into that pretty quickly. Or I'd have to do outside roller panheads. STD, I got a set of those laying around. I don't know if that was bad seats in that one. Yeah, who knows? These ones are already ported, so I like these. Probably quicker just to blow this off, weld it up, repunch the hole, and just do all the other work. Okay, but anyway, the line could go on there. It looks like crap, but it would fit. Where's the intake manifold at? One used S&S intake. If I use this, I'd have to weld this all up in here and import the hell out of it. See, this is unported. Nice sharp edges in here. Doesn't flow very good when you got these sharp edges right here. So if you weld this all up through this area here, you can cut that whole thing out and make it like rectangular shaped. So a lot more flow. Okay, so with no head gasket, manifold fits. I'll have to cut it down. It's already cut. It's already too damn loose. Oop. So if you go on this side of the bike, camera's hard to work. So it goes right in there. So you got clearance. This head needs to go this way. Okay, that head has to go that way. Tighten it down. This one here. Trying to get them to line up halfway close. This one you have to move it out a little bit. For some reason that makes it tighter. I don't understand that. Okay, so that's where they would go. Okay, they're it's halfway lines up. You don't want it to be perfect, do you? Okay, it fits with no head gaskets. That means I can run my custom situation and nobody's gonna like what I do. Too bad. I'll make it work. Hell, I run with no head gaskets, so I do my other bikes. I know how to work on aluminum heads though. You got iron heads, you can do that no problem, but aluminum, who knows? We'd have to experiment and find out, right? Alright, so this would go under here like that. Let's put 90-degree fittings on here, run that underneath like that, make that work. Okay, so I can make this fly. Next problem is, can the exhaust system work? That's the next problem. Okay, where is the one that we just used? Okay, this is the one that fits my bike. It goes right there. Okay, this is the only panhead pipe I got. Crap. Looks like a mining foot almost. Okay, there. Oh yeah, okay, look at that, it fits. That's a plus, yeah. Where's the bolt? That resembles a bolt. Probably the one that goes in there. So you move oil pan out of the way, you don't drop bolt-in hole. Very important. The hell? There it goes. Okay. One pipe fits. New chrome piece of crap. Does it fit? Probably not. But we'll find out. What do you think? Fit? No fit? What's the verdict? Is this thing blown up? Not yet. I don't know, I didn't bring a hammer with me. One hammer. You gotta have a hammer. Can't work on a Harley without a hammer. Okay. Okay, it appears to be too damn long. Long is good, we can cut that. Alright, not too long makes it work. We don't care if it's too long. It might work without cutting it. Alright. Let's see if we can make it work without cutting it. These generator pipes are a pain in the ass to do. Nothing fits. Every manufacturer has different lengths, different sizes. It's not just lengths, it's sizes. So you're assuming this actually fits into this over here. You know it doesn't. Not even close. We lucked out on this one fitting. You see this one here. Doesn't seem to fit. So it looks like the pipe's bent. Looks like the pipe's out around a little bit, so we have to do a little massaging in there for that, and then maybe that'll fit. So let's go get some massaging tools. We all know where those are at, right? Could be up front here someplace. You notice I walk around a lot? Okay, there's some massaging tools. Oh, the camera moved on me. I wonder I can't see. Okay, here's our massaging tools. Which one's this one? We don't know. It's the right one. There you go. Look at that. See how it fits in there perfectly? That's the one you want. There's another one here if this one doesn't work. See, that's the wrong size. But we can use that on that side if we want. So we'll take that one, this too. What else do we got in here? Here's another one. That's a different tool. That got buried. That's an important tool. I don't know why it got buried. Yeah. Didn't get used enough time, so it got buried. There's a real big pipe hole there. That's for the other side. Okay. Got two to choose from here. Let's go use a couple of these. We already got a hammer and back, so we're good to go. Ooh, it's almost 3 now. Another couple hours to be dinner time. Fred bought pizza over, so we're good. But if you didn't bring any, I'd still be good. Working the bike's more important than eating. Everybody knows that. Okay. So, we have to bend the pipe straight. Smooth. Ball peen hammer, because it gets used a lot. That's why it's smooth. Goes in the hole. Make it work. Beat in the hole. Sounds good. Now you beat it around the edge. where it's not oval. I mean, where it was oval. When this falls out, you know you got the right size. Fill out. Yeah, hey, pipe fits now. There you go. Broken in. Okay, that's as far as it goes. So you know you take a felt tip, mark it. It'd be nice if the felt tip actually did something. Okay, now you know how deep it is. Pull it out. There you go. That's how deep it was. The camera's too close. Pictures are horrible. Okay, now we gotta put this back in. Now this came out of here assembled, which is surprising. I already opened this up for racing. See, there's no restriction in there. It's modified. That's free horsepower if you do it with your bike. Because there, got a little pygmy hole, like a 1-inch hole in there most of the time. Which doesn't run very good. That's going to fit perfectly. That's going to fit right in here. Oh yeah. Perfect. It's bad when you get a bike too low, you can't hit it with a hammer. Yep, there it goes. Oh yeah, it's almost in there. You can get in there. There it is. Phillips screwdriver, very important tool. There, see how that works. Under a little tension. Ah. Where'd the bolt go? One bolt. Screwdriver. Tire on the work too if I had it with me. Not sure we're hitting on, but we're hitting on something. It doesn't want me to go in. Okay, switch tools. Put bolt in the A. Not to start. Got it. There we go. Seg starting out with 2 fingers. There we go. Perfect. Damn right. Look at that. Perfect fit. That's a nice fit, nice and snug and tight. I still need to cut this damn pipe and get this thing moved up in the air. It's way too low. Thing too low and too long. Look how long that damn thing sticks out. You can run that as a drag pipe the way it is. Boy, that'd make it noisy. You'd probably like that, I bet. Got a muffler around here someplace. Yeah, my muffler right here. Yeah, look at that, nice muffler. How restricted do you think it really is? See my hand in there? How about this way? You go straight through. Not much restriction. So even though it looks like a muffler, it ain't doing much. And I can make it bigger if I want. Yeah, it's been modified about halfway. I don't know if you can see in there. How about this way? Yeah, pretty well straight through. It's got a slight restriction in it. Okay, how's this fit on here now? Back on the same way it was on there before. Screwed up. Yeah, fits the same way it was before. Long and low. When you do wheelies, you gotta be careful, a little drag. Haven't done any wheelies yet though. So I think it needs to be modified slightly. It needs to be cut, moved up, but the problem is the muffler fits right here in the frame to here. That's why I haven't moved it. I don't like it where it is. It sticks down way too low. So it's going to get modified. If I have to dimple the hell out of the back of the muffler here to clear the frame, I know how to do that. So I'm thinking I'm going to go up here someplace and cut it right through here, do a pie cut, bend that sucker up, and then weld it back together. Get this thing up where I want to get it all mounted, tack it, and take it off, weld the piss out of it. I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing, if I have time. But for now, it goes right back on the way it was, so that means it'll fit. If it fits, that means I don't have to modify it any. That's a plus. Yeah, this looks like my muffler bolt. Or it's a motor mount bolt. Actually, I think that's a motor mount bolt. It looks similar. Here's my muffler bolt. Yeah, I don't see my muffler bolt anywhere. I suppose I hid it from myself. Yep. That's a long bolt. It goes in there like that, so. Alright, so we know the panhead will work. We know these heads need work because it's stripped out right there. This one looks okay. This one here, I don't know if that'll hold the bolt or not. As I recall, these rocker boxes had some 90s on them. Look at that, right there. So I can take them out of here, put them into the heads over here, assuming that gets fixed. Alright, so we can make this thing into a panhead and not worry about the exhaust system. So that's a big plus. I like that. What I don't like is I got to use a stupid ass reproduction cylinder, which I don't want to use. But, oh well. Let's go see what other options we got around here. Keep kicking this tripod. Here, turn the light on might help. So these were the 10.5 to 1 pistons I wanted to use. If you want to know the difference on these things. Now this piston's got to be from the early 80s. Look how that drag special name was back then. These are called vintage pistons. Borderline antique. These are modern ones here, they're Gary Bang. I only use the most current stuff for my race bike. Top of the line parts. Back in the day they had good shit too. Whoop. I keep trying to lose those two clips. See, I almost lost them. Put them over there so we'll lose them. Alright, there's a dome piston. See how tall that dome is? It's right out to the edge here too. So anyway, that will go into that hole right there. So I got 2 rear cylinders that are not quite 30 over. And I got that piece of crap reproduction cylinder over there. That's standard, worn out standard, which will turn into a 30. Then I can use my pistons. So anyway, that's the plan right now, I think. Now, what do we got for an STD head? We have repaired head, not repaired head, customer head. Okay, so let's go see what we got in the way of front heads, rear heads. Rear heads, those are front heads over there. The front heads are the bad heads. Okay, we go down here now to the front head selection department. Okay, here's our front head department here. So these are the ones that we have to figure out if we're going to use these or not. So, okay, let's see what we got over here. Ah, jump, jump, jump. Okay, so this is the racing head department, otherwise known as STD stuff. Okay, these are rear heads. Okay, this rear head has a bad seat hole in it. Okay, this one here has a bad seat hole also, where they went in sideways. So if I can fix this one quickly, this is the matching side oiler head, so I can make this one work. What else did they not finish? Oh, they didn't finish port it. They did do the exhaust port. So you have to figure out what they didn't finish. Looks like it's got all the other holes in there. Alright, so I got a seat issue. So if I go internal oiler, we have a seat issue. If I do external oiler, we have a seat issue. So there's not really any difference. So I don't have to do an external oiler because my head motor is a panhead. I got internal oilers. So I can make it work with internal oilers. What's the other? This was the one that was really bad. Yeah, this one had all the inserts not done. Neither seats in it. Yeah, they stopped pretty far into this one. Okay, so no matter what I do, I gotta deal with a valve seat. So I might as well deal with a exhaust valve seat. Then I have to run those stupid ass oil lines externally, which look like crap. So it actually makes me less headaches. So this is the head we're looking at using. Or I use those heads that are already done, because those 65 heads were done running. Well, I can just put the valves back in and assemble them. A lot less work than screwing on these heads. And these heads need a lot of porting work because they are not ported at all. So I'm thinking the other heads might be the way. I might use those 65 heads because they're ready to go. Anyway, that's my decisions. I can still grab some shovelheads and put them on there and bolt them on and go too. So, but at least we know the panhead stuff fits. So I think I'm going to go that route now. So that was a plus. And it was 3 o'clock when I walked by the clock here. Did you see that? All right. So this one here looks like the panhead's going to be go. There's another panhead over there. Okay, so now it's just a matter of I'm using these heads. See how these ports are already done up in there? Here, see how it's ported out real good in there. It's still a crappy panhead, but it's a ported crappy panhead. And I like the panhead better than the shovelhead, so it doesn't run as good, but it looks a lot better. Shovelheads look like Sportsters. I already got Sportsters. Got a lot of Sportsters. So those are easy to come by. All right, so I think that's the option. Option there. So that's not an option. We're not doing a swing arm. Hate swing arm bikes. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. Tomorrow we'll see what we're actually going to do, but that's what it looks like we're going to do right now. I have to fix this cam cover's got to get fixed too. We got 2 stripped out holes to deal with and a broken bolt in here. So I got to deal with that. Put the camera a little lower to help. I had it all cleaned out yesterday, but it's leaking oil from someplace. I'm not sure where that oil's coming from. I know where that oil comes from. I don't know where that oil's coming from. You don't suppose the crank is full of oil, do you? Alright. Alright, well that's where we're at for now. So I'm going to head on out of here. 3 o'clock. I'll get back here tomorrow and get some work done. All right, that's it for the night.